was on the mountain over 6,000 metres high. I think it's 6,000 metres.
6,200.
6,200 metres high. That is a long way.
Metres.
Meters. That's like 6 times as high as the summit of Stanford. It's massive. And I'm excited to hear about it. So, this is great.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, it was definitely a big adventure. It all started when a friend of mine said, bringing up one day, says, oh, I think I'm going to go to Everest Base Camp. Oh yeah, that sounds like fun. They camped me in. Anyway, so it just kept growing and growing and growing. He says, you want to go mountain climbing? What do you mean? He said, well, there's a little mountain, 6,200 metres. You don't need oxygen. So I thought, oh yeah, right, we'll have to go. That's all right. So this is flying in. This is our first peak of Everest. And that was really interesting because all the locals are on the plane. They're just sitting there, but they don't understand why we're all over fighting to get over by the window by the door. Have a look at Everest. Thanks, Karen. We spent some time in Kathmandu, did a bit of shopping and looking around and stuff. And this is our first little bridge. It's only a little one. We thought, oh, this is pretty good. This is nice and big, but they get bigger. That's our first night after Lukla. This is classed as a standing camp.
And that's sort of 5-star, is it?
Not quite.
No.
But they do have flushing toilets. No shower, just flushing toilets. This is the ritual in the morning. The Sherpas come around, get you out of bed, you've got a little bowl of hot water, might give yourself a bit of a wash if you need it. And then they'll come around with a cup of tea, and we'll stand around with a cup of tea. What this guy's looking at is we're all standing really waiting. There's a big mountain over there. We're waiting for the cloud to see if there's any snow on it. We've been told there was. But there we go. Now, from that base camp, it was only about 2,800 metres. We got up the next morning and he said, right, here's your first training day. The idea of the training is to acclimatise to altitude, which is not low oxygen. We only went to 3,130 metres. That's where we turned around and went back to the camp. And that only took an hour or two through the bush. Here we go. We're getting into the taller, longer bridges. That's just one of the rivers. We're heading towards, we're heading north towards Everest. Just some scenery shot. The water is all glacial water. That's why I saw that greeny colour. It's got a bit of rock stuff in it. There we go. So I think that one's about 400 metres wide.
What are the things blowing off the side?
They're just flags. All these flags, they represent earth, wind, fire, air, and something else. There's 5 of them. Okay, this is our first view of actually Everest. And you think Everest is a giant, massive thing, but as big as it is, you can't get a decent look at that. But basically everywhere you go, that's all you see, the little triangle. That's Hammer de Blam, that's another popular climbing one. This is in a monastery somewhere. I think that monastery was at about 3,800 metres along the track there, just humped on the water, it's going through the fall. I don't know why that yak's got no back legs. I can't remember. Obviously, he's
Standing on a rock.
standing below a rock, yeah. Now, I've got to look up the name of this one. Dingba I think it is. Now, that's our standing camp. This camp's all the guys that carry all our equipment and cooking gear. That one there is the pit toilet that's allocated to us. Very low standard. This is a brand new lodge that has nothing to do with our campsite, but there's this brand new pit toilet. So, I got busted climbing up out there in the middle of the night to use it. I got a stern lecture about trespassing. But I wasn't the only one to do it. Now, you'll see a bit later on, but we're in a we're about 4 or 5 days walk from Lubla, and there's no vehicles. So somebody building a building, so all that tin and lumber has to be carted up on somebody's back, and it's not donkeys.
It's not donkeys.
Not donkeys. Now, off that last standing camp we saw, we're now at about just under 4,000, or just about to cross over the 4,000 metre mark, and all these people here are in my group. And I was actually the tail end of the group, because I'm always at the back somewhere, I'm not that fit. And I thought, see that rock up there? If I run up to that rock, I'll get this really nice shot of all my team walking across this hut. Now this line here is actually a drop into a valley down into a river. Right? So I'm at 4,000 metres and they're walking, I'm running. I've got my backpack on with 15 kilos and my camera around my neck and I'm running. And at 4,000 metres there's not enough oxygen for your body to run. Right? And my heart literally stopped. I'm like, oh yeah, note to self, don't run when you're over 4,000 metres, there's not enough oxygen. But they're getting closer to the tent, so I have another go trying to get up onto this big rock and it happened again. But it's just all I could do, you can't feel it, like you can feel yourself breathing. There was no movement in the chest, just for the stress of the rain and no oxygen. And I got the shot, I didn't die.
Well done.
Yeah, it was spooky. And this is our first wilderness camp. It only got down to -10.
So what's on the floor?
Yeah.
What's on the floor of those tents?
Well, it's just a tent with their own plastic floor. Then we had the sleeping mat that was issued, and then I had my own sleeping mat as well, so that gave me an extra bit of comfort. But
So we're looking at 4 inches deep.
Well, 2.5 maybe. My thermarest is highly insulated. It stops a lot of heat going into the ground. So then we had the good sleeping bag and sleeping in the thermals inside the sleeping bag. Warm as toast, except in the morning you wake up and the moisture from your breath, it's got this fine layer of ice, so as soon as you touch the tent you're trying to get dressed and pull your socks on to get the ice down the neck. Really challenge. Oh, the other one about this shot, again, so see those rocks there. I don't think my tent's in that shot, but what happened was, next morning everyone's packing their bags and they're doing the right thing by the guys that are carrying our packs, and they didn't want their gear wet, so everyone's carrying their packs and putting them on the rocks to keep them dry. And I only had about 30 metres to go, and it's only 20 kilos, and it nearly busted me because of the lack of oxygen. To carry that 20 kilos, put it down. It was a relief to put it down. I had to suck the air back in to get it all happening again. Now, this is a more serious training lap. We're actually in a lodge at 4,200 odd metres. This particular hill went to 4,500 metres. It doesn't sound a lot, but this is where everybody started to fail with altitude sickness. One guy actually bailed out because his oxygen was so low, his retinas failed on him. He wasn't going to go blind permanently, but what happens to one of the symptoms is there's not enough oxygen in the retinas. You literally go blind or get restricted vision. So he failed. He rang the helicopter. Helicopter took him back to Kathmandu. And then, next one. Yeah, that's the same shot. Oh yeah. Kalapatar, and we were staying at Gorak Shed. Next. Now, from that training run, this is the track to Everest Base Camp. Now, why I thought we'd be the only group on the road to Everest Base Camp at that time of year, I don't know, but you can see the line of traffic. That's what it was like. It's a 7-hour return journey, and everybody leaves in about the same time in the morning. if you leave a little bit late, you've got people going both ways on this tiny little dirt track. Next one. That's just part of the glacier heading towards the base camp again. There's still more people on the track.
Would it be fair to say probably it'd be the quickest toilet breaks you'd ever have up there, wouldn't it?
Well, yes, yeah, definitely. That's just, so there's two lanes of traffic there. That guy, that group going that way is our people, and this group going that way, that's just another group going turned around already.
So you didn't stay at Everest Base Camp, you just
No,
walked up
it's a
to
7-hour walk, return journey. You walk up, you have a look, you walk back. Next. Okay, so this is my friend Neville. He's the guy that taught me into mountain climbing. And that arrow there is the side track. Now this is where Neville failed. He knew his oxygen, he didn't have severe symptoms like loss of vision or anything, but he just couldn't do it. He was in pain from the lack of oxygen, not getting around things. So he turned around, I kept walking. So we actually borrowed that sign. So what have we got there? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us. So it's 3 out of 10. 2 out of 10 didn't make it. Oh, actually, that's the guy that taught the helicopter. He got the base camp, but he bailed out the next day.
So there were 10 of you in the group.
Yeah, so only 7 of us got to base camp. 3 that stayed behind. Well, Neville turned around. The other 2 didn't walk because they were having side effects from lack of oxygen. Next. This is what happens when you're severe enough. That's Neville. I'm a really good friend because I got back from that walk right on smoker. So I dumped my pack and the walking sticks in the foyer, went in and had smoker, and the guide said to me, "Where's Neville?" I said, "Oh, he's up in his room." I'm sipping with tea and eating cake and blah blah. So half an hour later, I better go check on Neville. Neville's sitting on the bed, like in shock. So I had to run downstairs to get the guide. The guide had one look that this guy here, Beer Singh, he was in charge of the whole tour, and he started barking orders in Nepalese to his mate with him, and he raced downstairs, and about 30 seconds later this red bag turns up. Within about another minute, Neville's inside, and these 2 guys, that's all they did for about 4 hours. Pump air into it, get the air pressure up, the air pressure gives more oxygen inside the bag, Neville recovers. Why I was such a bad friend that didn't check on him as soon as I got back, I don't know, but anyway, Neville's still alive. Okay, so that's just a closer view of Everest. Like I said, it's such a big mountain, but that's all you see at the point. That's, it's about as close as we got. I think that one's actually from base camp. Oh, now, these guys, see those red bags? There's 2 of them there, two per person. Well, each red bag belongs to one of us walkers. So they've got to carry 2 red bags plus their own personal gear. Right? So, depending, on a short day, they might leave an hour before us. Or short days, like a 2 or 4 hour days walking. If we're going to walk 6 or 5 or 7 hours, they only need to leave half an hour before us. So they've left about half an hour before us. About 9 minutes later, we've caught up to them. And they're all sitting down there having a puff, but then we don't know what he was saying because he's talking, but by the time, I did not want to be on the receiving end of that tongue racing because we'd actually caught up. Now, this is the last lodge before we get to the base camp. Well, that's the toilet at the lodge. Because of our renovations, we're actually camped out on the ground again, but that's the style of thing that you got most of the way up along the track.
There's wiggly flushing too.
The what?
There's wiggly drop toilets.
Well, yeah, but they're not the big drop toilets you think they are. Really, they.
I'm not sure we want to hear this.
Well, like the hole might be there. A lot of it just either goes into a decent hole or a cutout in the rock, because they actually recycle or refuel the hard stuff through their stoves and heating. Nothing goes to waste. That's all the climbing gear. We're all getting set up climbing gear. So the server's got to carry our climbing gear as well. We didn't carry. Here we are training. The biggest thing we had to learn was to actually safely get off one rope and then hook ourselves up to another rope, because as you'll see in the last, there's about, I think it was 4 changes on 5 ropes. More training, learning to walk backwards, because we've got to come down the hill. Now, you saw it earlier, we all standing around having a cup of tea. This is the sort of stuff we had to put up with every morning once we got further up into the mountains. We're all just standing having a cup of tea. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. That was every day.
There's a really big bucket list happening with me right now.
Oh yeah, no, it's easy. It's not as hard as it sounds. It sounds horrible, but yeah, next.
You're not making it sound horrible.
So that's where we'll camp. That toilet we looked at earlier, it's just over there somewhere. Okay, here we go, we're getting serious. Camping at 5,300 metres base camp. Steve asked earlier how deep the snow is. You can see there's lots of people. And we were very lucky because there was a couple of avalanches further on. We actually had news teams trying to walk past us, trying to get to the avalanche. We thought, oh, here we go, nothing, we're not going to get through. But we were lucky, everything went to plan, because where a lot of people were camping along here, because of the avalanche, they couldn't get to there, so they turned back, and then there were people stuck there, and they had to wait till the road track was cleared. We just walked straight into the campsite, and the thing that saved us from being backlogged was the pressure of international flights. People were running out of time for their flights, they just had to turn around without walking up the hill. They just walked straight back for their flights. So, okay. Where we were lucky, like I said earlier, we had a really good guide. We left at 1 a.m. We got a call at 12:30, quick feed of porridge. All got this climbing into our gear, and we're all lined up ready to go at 1 o'clock. And can't really see, but they're actually headlamps on the track. Next. I tried a star shot. I tried to hand hold it. What I found out later, like these stars are all sort of pointing one way, but this is the brightest one pointing the other way is actually a comet. That was a bit of a fluke. More headlamps in the snow. Oh, you know how you sort of sense things around you? You've got your headlamp on. There's actually, you're nearly walking on dirt most of the time. Narrow track in the dirt and snow, walking along. Got my headlamp. Just thought, that's funny. Looked over there, nothing. Looked over there, nothing. Kept walking. I don't know how high up it was. Couldn't work out. Here we go, sunrise. It's nearly breakfast time. Sun's coming up. And we're at the serious snow line. We're going to have a quick feed that we carried on our backs, and we're going to change into snow boots. So here comes the sun coming up over the top of the ground. Righto, so here we go. So the sun's coming up. Still got the headlamps on. Yeah, we're about to turn them off.
Going from there, how far are you from the top there?
We're still about 3 or 4 hours walking along. There's just some snow.
Okay, I'm trying to understand exactly what you've done here. You've gone up to a point, slipped across, had a look at Everest Base Camp.
There's a training run.
Right, now come back. Now where are you going?
We're heading to the peak of Island Peak Mountain.
Island Peak Mountain, which is one of the lower brothers or sisters. Okay.
Yeah, so this is the track that other people have made before us. But next, see we've got our snow boots and crampons on, walking on the ice. No, that's not just ice shots there. Okay, now you can see how deep. When people are part of our group, but when those people were about here, we could see a group coming down. So it's a bit like traffic control, you know. I'm not too sure, but I think our guide leader, he had to walk around to all the other campsites and negotiate, not so much negotiate, but find a spot for us to walk in and out. That's the boot we had on. Well, not that exact boot, but that's the style of thing. A plastic boot, very much like a snow boot for skiing. And then there's those, they're actually metal spikes strapped to the boot.
So did it feel like a snow boot for skiing?
Yeah. It wasn't, they're not very flexible. Now, this is as steep as it looks. Right? The best I could do, going up there, right, you've got a couple of little crampons pointing forward, smash it into the thing, but you've got to sort of step up and smash it in. I can get about 5 steps, and in some of them, you could literally rest your head on and go, catch your breath, get your oxygen out, start again, 5 steps. And it wasn't any faster than that.
Rest your head on the ground.
Rest my head on the face of the cliff or rest my hand up like that. That's how steep it was. That's looking back down. On the way back down, that's about halfway up. But on the way back down, somebody fell over about here and slid and tumbled and rolled until he stopped about there. Yeah, it was. I saved him a lot of time. But there was only about 3 of us left right up at the top rope, and we're screaming. And this is all happening behind the people who are standing here changing ropes. I mean, it came to a complete stop, and those people didn't know until somebody sort of went, "Oh, where is he?" And they looked down, "Oh, there he is. What's he doing down there?" He was lucky he didn't get hurt. Right, so we're camped. So there's the glacier. So we're camped sort of down around the bottom of the mountain over there. Okay, there's the last walk. It's only about that wide. Up the top there's 6,200 metres. And it was just so cool just to stand there and just walk the last 40 metres. It's about that 400 metres where we climbed up. It was about 1,200 metres to the next valley on this side. Just walked up to the top. It's just so cool. Oh, the adrenaline.
Are you tired? Are you tired?
Oh, yeah, busted. Yeah? Well and truly busted. Okay, so...
No, not tired. Tied. Are you tied to a rope for that last bit of a walk?
No. But when we got to the top, there's actually a loop of steel smashed into the ice. I don't know if it goes through to the dirt or not, but everybody gets tethered onto it. It's just gust of wind comes, you just play off the edge because it's not much. There's just enough room for our group to be on the top of the mountain. So that's one of the mountaineers. He's in charge of ropes. So he's a mountaineer as well. So all these guys are in our group. Now they've got the red jackets on because they use the rental stuff. We didn't trust the company, and that's why I'm walking on yellow gear. It just happened to be yellow. Now that's just a part of the view from the top.
How long did you actually stay up right on the top?
Oh, I was there for about 15 minutes. That's me on the top.
Yeah.
That's all you want to do is jump up. You can't jump up and down. That's the best you can do because there's no room to jump up and down.
Can't even stand.
See, I'm tied to the bit of steel.
Is the wind strong up there? Is the wind
Yes, yeah, that's why we're tied on.
Well, they tied on.
Yeah, we had to be, definitely had to be tied on. Like one bloke just took his glove off, and before he tucked it under his arm, over the edge. Okay, here we go, going back down. So we actually used the rope to go down. See, that's 1,200 odd metres there. It's just straight down. Right now, in actual, I'll try and find it later. Can't. Keep going, get next. Yeah, there's another view. So that's where we're getting off. Right? You can see someone started to descend the rope there. That's a big panorama. That's about 5 shots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Now, that's my foot. So we spent a lot, because I wanted to be the last one down, not so much the last one down for being last, but I wanted to watch everything going on. So I spent most of the time with a leg hanging over the edge, taking photos.
Some of those areas there, like where you were showing, was sort of fairly narrow and over the side, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Like if there's another group, just say.
Yeah, that's half our group.
Yeah, but if there's another group coming up, like
There would be. There was another group
they,
coming on.
where do they have to pull up to let us pass and that?
Well, if they caught up to us, they would have waited down there.
Right.
But it's just about the departure time. So the next group probably left, might have been 4 or 6 o'clock or sunrise or something like that. But if they had left that late, because we were lucky, we got back. Next, please. It's just some scenery shots. More scenery. Yeah, that's an idea of how steep it is. Just some snow there. Now see all that? That's busted. That's the snow starting to move and collapse away. It's getting towards what's winter. What do you call winter? Autumn. So it's away from winter. We're heading towards winter. So it's old snow. Now there's just an example. See, there's some different tracks, different ways up. Different people know what's going on. Depends on who the guide is.
So there is a few different ways of getting up there.
Yeah, just depends on the guide. Now, one of the ladies in the group, there was a crevasse, and it was about that wide. And it was a sort of an easy, jumpy, steppy sort of thing. But her boot fell apart. So she actually, when her boot fell apart, she fell flat on her face, slid back down, and I'm next in line behind her. So I've got one foot hanging in the crevasse, I've got my hand on the backside, stopping her from falling about 8 metres into the bottom of the crevasse. Camera in this hand, I couldn't get a photo. So you can see all the different layers of snow built up over time there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's just going back down. Oh, see there?
That's just simply phenomenal.
Oh, it was just such a
Are you thinking of doing it again?
I want to. Can we just go back to that, please? Now that's about 2 hours back from the base camp, and a couple of the Sherpas met us with like a hot soup, hot Milo, and some hot food, just to get us those last 2 hours. Oh, it was so good.
So the base camp that you're talking about now is the base camp of the mountain that you were climbing?
That's right, base camp we climbed, yeah. So that's just one of the birds ferreting around, picking up food from the leftovers. Okay, now we're on our way back. We spent the night, we got there at 5 o'clock. It was nearly dark, so we stayed the night, and then the next morning we're on our way back to Lilpa. For some reason, it's just this big square rock in the middle of nowhere, whether it's been dumped there by a glacier or what, nobody knows. Just there. People climb up and build little monuments. That's what I want to climb there. That's Anna de Bland, I think.
That lady that just not long ago died there, how far down from where was she when she?
Oh, she was 2,000 metres higher than what I was. And there we go, back to the beginning. How are we going for time?
We are right on it. Right on
Yeah.
time.
Thanks, thank you, Carolyn.
Wind it up, please.
I can recommend it. There were definitely older people than me there in the group.
So, but seriously, are you considering doing it again?
If I can talk a couple of my mates going
Okay,
there.
here's one.
Well,
No, I'm serious.
No, I'm serious
Add
too.
me to the group.
Because I'll see how I go, because I want to go higher than that one.
Right.
And that might not be good for you.
Right. That might not.
Whereas I can 100% recommend that Island Peak as your first climb
Yep.
to try it out.
Who did you do it for?
Beg pardon? Yeah, just World Travel Expeditions or something like that it's called. They're based in Brisbane. But I can thoroughly recommend that guide, that particular guide. everything he did was for the whole group. It worked really, really well.
When you say you want to go higher,
Yeah.
what did you not?
Well, I don't. 6,800 metres is the next beginner's type thing, but it's got a bit of a technical climb towards the end. I would have to go and learn how to tie all sorts of fancy knots.
So what do they call the top of Mount Everest? So you didn't get to the top of it?
No, we didn't go anywhere near it. No.
They went on the track to Everest, but then to another mountain.
Yeah.
Everest is 5 or 6.
Yeah, Everest is
13,000.
nearly 9,000 metres, and you need oxygen from about 7,000. So at 6,800 metres, I shouldn't need oxygen. That's my next plan. But whether I get there or not's another thing. Well done, mate.
Cool. That's fabulous.